Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, it's crazy snow outside. We had 10 inches of snow at least last night in New York. So I just got done digging the Evo out, and now I have to get it out the driveway. And then I'm going to take it for a little snow drive if I can find some roads that are still snowy. Just let the car warm up as well. So as I said, last night we got like 10 inches of snow. All the roads were covered, but I wanted to come out and share with you guys a little tip. But until the roads have, until the car's warmed up, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about something we just released on RawEvo. So the serial port logging, as you've seen in the other videos, my Innovate gauge comes with a connection for a serial port already. See, I'm sliding. Comes with a connection for the serial port already, but the AEM gauges don't. So what we've done is we've released a kit that you can literally just plug splice right in to the cables, and you don't need any cutting wires, soldering, or anything like that. And that's available now for you guys on our store. So yeah, if you want to do serial logging with your AEM gauge, then go buy that. It's under the tuning section on RawEvo.com/store. Okay, so car's warmed up a bit. I'm going to put it in snow mode, and what that does is the tarmac, gravel, and snow, it changes the way that the diff locks in the car. And right now I have my traction control fully on. So what happens is a little tip for you guys, is if you have your traction control fully on, and then you use your brake, what happens is the wheels will lock up and the car will cut all power to the wheels if it notices that you're sliding, which is not a good thing, because what it will do is it will just make you slide even more, and you'll most likely crash or something. So what you have to do is, if you press it once off, it will actually have some of the traction control still on, but it won't lock your wheels up if you start sliding. So you can power out of the corner, and you can feather the brakes so that you come to a nice stop, because otherwise, if you have your traction control fully on, the wheels would just lock up. So you saw me sliding a little bit back there, so what I'm going to do is slow down. There you go. Nothing. Like, the wheels didn't lock up, and I came to a nice clean stop, which is what I want. So you can feather the throttle and do that kind of stuff, rather than locking up and sliding everywhere. So that's a great tip. It's another good thing to have if you're going around in the when it's really wet. I would advise to have it turned off once. So you press the button once, you don't hold it down, because that will turn the active yaw control and everything else off. You don't want that. But so yeah, just press it once, and it'll stop the wheels locking up if you start to slide. And also in the rain, it's a good idea to have that enabled, because again, you don't want your ABS coming on locking up all the wheels. Although in the dry, it's actually really good. It's a really good thing to have in the dry. But not so much when it's really, really heavy rain or snow. The hell? That car's definitely just been in a crash. So yeah, that's a tip. Another tip is, if you're, as I said, if you're coming to a stop and the car starts to slide, don't slam on the brakes. And also another good thing is don't I'm getting carried away here because the car this is a lot of fun. I'm sliding around in the snow and I can control it. I'm in second gear and I'm controlling it with just the throttle. And a lot of people's first reaction is to, if you start to slide, to slam the brakes on and let off the throttle. Now that's not actually a good thing to do, because what happens is you'll probably get a lot of understeer, and you'll slide. So what you can do is, if your car is sliding and plowing towards like a curb or another car or something, and you have no way of controlling it, well, let the car work it out for you. So, you know, if you've got your foot on the brake and nothing's happening, then try and give it a little bit of power, because the rear wheels will actually help you get out of situations like that. And that's another great feature of four-wheel drive. I mean, the fronts are pulling and the rears are pushing. So if you're sliding and your front wheels aren't doing anything, then use the rear wheels, add a little bit of power, and you might be able to get out of that situation that you're in. It can be very scary, and of course, you know, our first reaction is always to let off the gas and to slam the brakes on. But that's probably the worst thing you can do, because as I said, your wheels will lock up, and you'll lose complete control of the car. So slowly feed the brakes in. See how I drifted around that corner just then, and I was pretty close to the bank just then, and I didn't lose control because I added throttle. And it's all judgment as well. Like, don't put your foot to the floor, because you might add a bit too much power and then you'll be sliding the other way and you'll go straight into the other side of the road, or another car that's parked on the other side of the road. So yeah, use your judgment. But as I said, a great tip is to have that traction control button turned off once in the snow, because otherwise, every time you put, you know, the car starts to feel a little bit of traction go. Let me show you. I'll put it back on completely. So I'm gonna put the brakes on, and now I'm sliding, because the car feels that that you've lost traction. So it starts to lock the brakes up, and it will lock the wheels up, and it'll cut all of the power as well. So that's not a great idea, because if you're in the middle of trying to get out of a situation and you need power, you won't be able to, because the throttle's been cut by the ECU. So it's really not a great idea. just be very, very careful around cars that are parked very close, because as I said, the slightest thing wrong, you can easily plow into another car. I'm just taking it easy around these residential areas. Drift there, 4-wheel drift around the corner. Again, I use power to straighten the car out instead of letting go. Because the car is very, very clever. It knows how much torque and how much grip and all that kind of stuff is on each wheel, you know. So it knows, it can think a lot quicker than we can, than our minds can. So it's constantly using the ECU to figure out where the power needs to go, where the torque needs to go, you know, which wheel has traction, which one doesn't. So let the car do what it's supposed to do. I mean, that's what the Evos are built for. You know, they're known worldwide for having one of the best all-wheel drive systems in the world. That's been proven again and again. So let the car do what it was designed to do. You know, in situations like that. So I'm just going to head back around here. It's kind of in that slushy stage right now, which isn't great because it gets the car really filthy, but I wanted to show you guys. Some of these roads have been cleared and some haven't. That was another Evo, and I always see that guy going past my house. I never knew where he lived. So yeah, when it's there is ice on the road and you start to feel the car move, don't panic. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do is panic and slam the brakes on, as I said. Just feather the throttle slowly. The car will work out what it's supposed to be doing, and provide the right amount of torque to the wheels or the wheel that needs it. I mean, just a word of warning: don't think that because we have the super all-wheel drive system that the car is indestructible and, you know, it's going to stop on a dime and it's going to go around any corner. It won't. That's just stupid if you think that's the way that it's going to work. A lot of it is down to the driver. Lost traction again there. Oh, I'm going down a one-way road. I don't want to do that. So yeah, slowly get on the brakes. Just turning around here because that's a dead end. Lost traction. Slowly get on the brakes and leave yourself a lot of time. You know, if you know there's a stop sign coming up or a traffic light, leave yourself a lot of time to brake. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, right now I've got the stock tires that came with the car, and these are awful in the snow. So, you know, the way that I'm driving and what I'm doing right now can be a good indicator that, you know, the car can perform, you know, pretty well in the snow with the stock tires if you know what you're doing, you know how to drive. Now, one last thing before I finish this video is make sure that when you go out in the road, you get home and you clean the underside of your car very, very well, because all the salt and grit and everything will get into your UICP pump and destroy it, and they're about $1,500 plus labor to replace. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you that little video, show you how to use the car, use the Evo 10, you know, in the snow, and a couple of tips. But yeah, I'm going to leave you right now with just a little montage of me doing some drive-bys in the Evo. Unfortunately, the sound, I didn't have the mic on the GoPro, so the sound was just filled with wind. So, but yeah, also at the end of the video, there's a little surprise for you. All right, guys, until next time.